Day 2 of the rookie tournament here in Irvine. Once again on 5 Point Arena ice at Great Park Center. I'm Cameron Close alongside Daryl Evans, getting ready for LA Kings versus the Colorado Avalanche. And today, a few less NHL games played for both sides. A total of about 12 between the two teams. Anaheim yesterday, about 250 NHL games of experience. Maybe a little bit more of an even playing field today?
Yeah, I definitely think the playing field's a little bit more even today. And, you know, both teams are dealing with the same situation, having played a game yesterday. So it's a back-to-back situation. So you've got that to deal with. So, again, I think we're going to see, as we did yesterday, keep the game simple. But I think we'll see a little bit more bite than we did early yesterday, just because now the teams have each played a game.
LA once again the away team, as they were yesterday in their 4-1 loss against the Anaheim Ducks. Wearing the white jerseys, Colorado in their burgundy and blue. Your officials here for this 1 p.m. contest: Jake Rakuki, Jack Young, your linesman Stephen Walsh, and Eric Anderson. Kings skating left to right towards their offensive goal. They escape their own zone. Rasmus Kupari enters the offensive end. Kaliev will chase in after the puck. Fagemo down there as well. It comes free into the near side corner where Colorado will look to escape. Igor Shrirev pokes the puck up the near side. Kindrop will chase after it for Colorado. Tobias Bjornfoot back behind the goal, trying to get that puck out from back behind the net. Swings around to the near side. Regis is there. He'll look to throw it into the slot, but can't connect, and it's back out to center. Keane pushes it forward. Bowers back behind the puck as it's thrown towards the front of the net. He tries to get a stick on a rebound, but can't do so. Back up towards the blue line. He drops it off to his defense. Keane, a shot right into the glove of Jacob Ingham, who will get his first touch of the puck of the game, wearing number 37 in white. A new goaltender will likely see all three of them play one game.
Yeah, I think that's the that's the mindset that they're approaching it with. Ingram, a big goaltender, a tall goaltender, lengthy. He's long. It's important for him to establish his position, get out to the edge of the crease, and take away the angles. And so far in the first couple of attempts by the Avalanche towards the Kings net, he's done a good job at squaring up on both.
Ingham, LA's 6th-round selection back in 2018. He'll head back to Major Junior this year, but he'll get a look here in an LA Kings jersey. This is his second training camp with the Kings, or rookie camp rather. Puck battled for along the near wall in the Kings' defensive zone. Mikey Anderson in there after it. Now Akil Thomas. He'll push it forward to Constantinou, one of the new additions to the lineup here today. Quick shot from the far side from Sodergren is handled away by the netminder Miner. It'll be played up to the near side of the blue line. Anderson waiting, looking for a shot. Shoots it intentionally wide. It goes off the end wall. Kareens back out in front, and Colorado gets possession. It'll be played up the left wing side by Berzin. He gets it up to the near side. Mikey Anderson lays a big check on him for good measure as he clears, and both teams get full 5-man changes.
Well, watching the first couple of games that we played here on these surfaces, it seems like the boards are very true, and the players have sensed that, trying to bank a lot of pucks from the blue line back out to the slot area.
Sejan onto the puck for Colorado. He'll throw it back behind the goal. Big hit there. Puck comes free. It'll be taken by Blake Lizotte. On his backhand, he'll look up and out of his own zone. Drops it off. Sean Dursey, one of the more impressive players yesterday on the defensive side of things for LA.
Yeah, I think Dursey was a player that, he's trying to make things happen out there. And that's a report that he has coming in from the Maple Leaf organization, that he's a skating defenseman, a guy that can bring the puck up the ice, and he's got some flair in the offensive zone. He tried to show that yesterday.
Here is Dursey with the puck. He throws it towards the front of the net, but it kicks right back out. Out of the near side corner, he'll battle for it. Two bodies in there. McLeod able to move it, McLeod rather, and it'll be played back behind the goal for Colorado. Puck held onto. Larocque scans his options, passes over to the far side. McLeod onto it as he strafes in over the blue line. Bad angle shot in on Ingham. Right into his glove, and he holds on with just less than 3 minutes to go, or gone in period number 1, still scoreless.
Good job there by McLeod on the entry. He turned the speed up a little bit, he forced the Kings defense back a little bit deeper. Unfortunately, he drifted to the outside, which took away from his angle, making the save for Ingham a lot easier. He was able to get his eyes on it with nobody in front of him, making a glove save. Taking
a look at the letters on the jerseys. Once again, Austin Strand is the captain of the Kings here this afternoon. Mikey Asamoah with an A on his sweater once again, and one change with Brad Morrison, a healthy scratch here today. Drake Rimsha has an A on his jersey. Austin Strand at the blue line to the near side. Dudas, his shot scores! An early goal for LA. Aiden Dudas finds the back of the net, getting the puck to go past the glove side on Miner, and it's 1-0 Los Angeles.
Well, a great shot there by Dudas, and he does a nice job at delaying give a lot of credit to Rimshaw. He was in front of the goaltender. He passes right along the top of the crease without interfering with him, taking away the sight lines. Puck ends up in the back of the net. Kings strike first as they did yesterday. They lead 1-0.
Aiden Dudas over a point a game, or just about a point a game in Owen Sound this past season. Played 6 games in Ontario at the end of the year and had 2 assists, but finds the twine on that play. And the Kings, just as they did yesterday, strike first in this one. Colorado in their game yesterday skated to a 5-2 victory over Vegas, and it was somewhat similar on the opposite end of the Kings. Vegas scored first, and Colorado was able to follow up with 4 straight goals. It ended up being a 5-2 final, as I said, but we'll see if the Kings can now stay on their game, maybe add another one. As same situation last night against Anaheim, getting the first tally and not having the final score in their favor. Arthur Kaliev had the lone Kings goal last night. He plays with the puck, gets it back into his own zone. It's played right back up to him on the left wing side as Colorado gets changes. He's into the offensive zone. Holds up in his backhand, passes to Mikey Anderson. His shot is saved by Minor. Far side corner, Akil Thomas gets it back to the blue line. It's played to the near side. Constantinou fires a shot. Save made. Rebound out in front. Shrirev comes away with it, and Colorado will push pace into the neutral zone. Shrirev tosses the puck down below the goal line. Mikey Anderson back in there battling against Henry, trying to take it away. Billy Constantino, though, comes out with it, and he'll move it. A quick pass up to Sodergren. In over the line. His shot is way wide. It swings around to the far side of the ice. Akil Thomas battles for it there along the far blue line. Comes free, and Colorado pushes it to center.
On the early part of the game, 4.5 minutes in, Kings are doing a good job at getting pucks through to the net. Unofficially been credited with 4 shots on goal, 4 to just 1 or 2 for the Avalanche.
Puck back behind the goal. It's played by Sodergren now. Loose puck sticks into the near side corner. Sodergren, he gets labeled into the end wall, but stays on the puck. Akil Thomas comes in to help out. Now Anderson Dolan chasing after it for LA. It's pushed out to neutral ice. Dursey in a foot race. He'll get to the puck first. He's able to keep it away from Berzin, and then he'll move himself towards neutral. Dursey controlling. As his teammates grab changes, he throws the puck into the offensive zone. Colorado has it on their sticks now. Past the 5-minute mark of period number 1. LA in control of the lead right now, 1-0. McLeod scans it over center, and it bangs off the scoreboard. Not used to that at Staples Center very often.
Yeah, the ceiling here just a little bit lower than you're going to see in the big buildings, and McLeod had the right idea. He saw teammates starting to generate a little bit of speed in the neutral zone. He tried to loft the puck in behind the Kings defense, create a leg race, but it ends up going off the corner of the clock. Faceoff comes all the way back into the Avalanche zone.
We've had a couple looks now, a few shifts for Billy Constantino, who didn't play yesterday, went undrafted, but NHL Central Scouting ranked him 58th last year amongst North American skaters, 1 in front of Jordan Spence. So a guy to keep an eye on. Perhaps he could find a contract by the end of training camp, or maybe he'll be tossed back into the draft next year. He's still of age to have another go of it. Austin Strand with control of the puck in the offensive zone. It falls off his stick. Mutter finds it and moves it to center. Kings back onto it. Yancey has to come away from him. Back onto Colorado sticks, and now Mutter. It's taken away by Yancey. He touched it, and he's offside as the whistle comes. It came from the trailing linesman. You don't usually see that.
Yeah, I think the linesman right now talking about that a little bit on the way that it came back into the zone. One was saying that it was the Avalanche stick that brought it back. The other one because the Kings player was already inside it. I think it may have been that way, but regardless, they're in the preseason too. They need to get their timing and everything done, just like all of us.
Aiden Dudas gets into the offensive end. Long shot, it handcuffs Minor a bit, but he's able to make the save. Back behind the net, Rimsha gets hit in the numbers, and Davis is going to go to the box for a board.
And Davis is kind of looking at the official, but you nailed it. It is going to be a boarding call. Anytime you're looking at the player's numbers, his face is towards the boards there, you're going to get that call all day. So the Kings with a 1-0 lead here. They'll get a chance on the man advantage. They were unable to connect on the man advantage yesterday. They had a number of opportunities, didn't get the quality shots that they were looking for. Haven't had a lot of chance to practice. Obviously not any time to practice from last night to today, but at least the experience that they had last night, we'll see how it plays out here against the Avalanche.
Rasmus Kupari, a clean face-off win to Bjornfoot across. Strand's shot just misses wide, and the puck is thrown out of play. It nails just off the top of the glass, so no penalty there for delay of game, but an offensive zone face-off to boot for LA.
Yeah, the face-off win, the clean win, leads to the shot there by Strand, and because the puck was moved so quickly, when Strand let that shot go, he was playing on his offside. He was able to one-time the shot from Bjornfoot. Goaltender was able to get his eyes on it, no traffic in front, and was able to make the save.
Well, they put the face-off in the neutral zone. Nonetheless, Kupari with the puck. Kings still in the power play as they'll look to escape their own zone. It's played by Bjornfoot. Into the middle of the ice, a kick pass finds Austin Strand. He's in over the line, he holds up, he waits, he looks. Strand drops the puck down below the goal line. Kupari looks back at Strand, didn't get all of the pass though, and Bowers is able to push it out to center. Burzin jumps up, Burzin trying to get around Bjornfoot. He doesn't keep the puck with him, he'll chase after it. Kings come in and take it away from him, puck loose. And it'll be chased onto by Kaliev. He moves it to Fagemo. In over the line, Fagemo has Kaliev on the near side, tries to get it to him a little too far in front. Kaliev with the puck now back behind the goal line. Constantinou off the bench, plays the puck out of the corner, looks back to the blue line, finds Mikey Anderson. Near side, Kupari walks in, looks, he takes a shot, it's blocked down in front and then cleared by the Avalanche.
Yeah, Byram there with the block. Good chance there by Kupari. He was looking for a little bit of a screen. Kings had traffic in front of the net. He couldn't get the puck through. Credit Byram with a good block, getting in there tight up against him.
Akil Thomas races up the right wing side, tosses the puck in down below the goal line. Anderson Dolan gets hit, but he does so to move the puck. It's played by Sodergren out of the far corner. Tries to move it towards Anderson Dolan. It sneaks out in front, and it's loose. Still trying to find control of it. Miner is down and out, and the puck is cleared by the Avalanche penalty kill. Just over half a minute to go in the power play.
Yeah, Sodergren had the puck on his stick. He delayed nicely, tried to elevate it on the backhand, but the Avalanche were able to present layers in front of him, preventing that puck from getting through to the net.
Akil Thomas again up the right. He'll toss the puck, lofting it into the far side corner. Now it bounces there. Larocque onto it. The Kings take it away. Sodergren in his backhand. Looks up towards the blue line. Has a pass there. Able to find Phillips. His shot deflects, and it's into the glove and held onto by Miner.
Well, Phillips let that puck go back to the left point. A little bit of a stutter step, moved to the inside, went back outside. That opened up the shooting lane, and because of that, the puck was able to get through to the net. Kings do get a stick on it out in the low slot area, but the goaltender does a nice job at getting his eyes on it, making the save. Face-off will remain in the Avalanche zone to his right with 10 seconds left on the penalty.
Rimsha will step in on the face-off. Puck back behind the goal off a Colorado win. Phillips almost stops the clear. Bowers is onto it though, and he's into the offensive end short-handed for just a few seconds. Now we're back to even strength. Drake Rimsha storms through the neutral zone, drops the puck off to Aiden Dudas. Dudas tries to hit Rimsha again. He'll have to chase after a loose puck. Dudas, the Kings goal scorer in this 1-0 first period, comes away with the puck. It's taken then by Bowers, and he'll look up and out. McLeod loses control. Bowers able to race ahead. He'll try to move himself into the offensive end. Offside, though, for Colorado with 11:35 to go in period number 1. Couple players tangled up in the far side corner. 1-0, Kings leading it at this point.
Yeah, with a little bit of a bobble pass coming in there, unable to handle it clean, and with the Kings' numbers defensively, that puts pressure upon the Avalanche, not able to get entry into the zone, and that's exactly what you want to do. If the defense see the forwards coming back aggressively, they can stand up, challenge a lot further away from your net. That's what every coach will preach to their team.
Arthur Kaliev had the lone Kings goal last night, a guy who had over 100 points in Major Junior last year. You see in the Canadian Major Junior Leagues the triple digits, I wouldn't say often, but a handful of players will have them in each league each year. It's not uncommon.
No, it's not uncommon, but for a player who played at 17 years of age yesterday, it's pretty impressive that he was able to do that at a young age.
Kings with the puck in the neutral zone. It comes free to center. It's taken by the Avalanche and then pushed back into the offensive zone for them. Ingham comes out to stop the puck back behind his goal. Lofts it over to the far side of the ice. Asamont with control. It gets away from him. He'll get back after it and again push it to open ice. 9 minutes gone in period number 1. Bowen Byram scans the puck around the end wall. It's into the offensive end. It's played up at the blue line. Byram charging the net on the far side back door. Mutala plays it over to the far side wing. Keane drops it to Byram. He looks around the offensive zone, skating, looking in towards goal, fires a shot, and he's stopped by Ingham, who stays right with him and makes it look easy.
Nice job there by Byram, bringing the puck up high, took it from down low, brought it up high, and with his skating ability, he was able to open up a seam. Probably could have penetrated a little bit deeper. Ingham did a nice job getting out to the edge of his crease, squaring up for the shot, denying the chance. maybe the best chance so far by the Avalanche here in the opening 9.5 minutes.
Byram, one of the more notable names here in the tournament out of all of the teams participating. 4th overall selection last year, and you wonder if LA had that pick, if he'd perhaps be in a Kings jersey, but not the way the ping pong balls fell, and I don't think anyone's complaining about Turcotte.
No complaints about Turcotte whatsoever, but Byram definitely a player that was on a lot of teams' lists, and everybody would love to have had him.
Austin Strand, sticking up for his teammates. Wegwerth was stuck with Mikey Asimon in the offensive zone for a while. Strand had come in late, and then by the time Joe Wegwerth and Austin Strand went back to the bench, they were jawing quite a bit. They're each going to go sit for a couple minutes in their respective penalty benches.
Yeah, it looks by the way things are going to, looks like it's going to be a 4-on-4 situation, so a couple of minutes apiece, and I think the referee's just trying to send a message that they're not going to tolerate that. They don't want all the pushing and shoving after the whistle. Do that between the whistles.
Especially at the rookie tournament,
yep.
You don't want to be the guy that backs down, I'd say.
No, don't want to back down, but again, even from the coach's standpoint, the scouts, they want to see you do that between the whistles, not after the whistles.
Regis brings the puck up in this 4-on-4 situation for Colorado. Puck's taken away by Mikey Anderson. He lifts it forward. Fagamo drops off. Kupari holding in the backhand. Gets back to his forehand. Now holds up off the far side hash marks. Kupari swings into the slot. Drops it off. Crisscross with Constantinou now to Fagamo to the near side. Anderson shot that one. It misses wide. It looks like he didn't quite connect with the puck how he wanted to.
Yeah, I think it went off the toe of his stick because had he got all of it, goaltender was partially screened for a split second.
Shrirev with the puck, drops off for Regis. It comes free for a moment. Constantinou able to push it up the far side wall. Fagamo battles for it there, but Shrirev takes it away and settles things down out of his own zone.
Yeah, Shrirev, when he had that puck, he was just inside the blue line. You'd like to see him get in just a little bit deeper to make that play because on the turnover, puck ends up outside the blue line, could send the other team in a transition. Arthur
Kaliev tosses the puck into the offensive end. Anderson Dolan with control now, plays to Kaliev once again. Puck battled for along the near side edge. Larocque with it now, swinging out in front of his own netminder, Trent Miner. McLeod brings it up the right wing side, self-pass off the wall. He'll chase in after the puck. Jersey gets there first, gives it to Anderson Dolan. We skate 4-on-4 for another 40 seconds now as Anderson Dolan puts on the Jets in the neutral zone, cuts towards the front of the net, tries to get a shot away, but he gets taken out and can't do so.
Yeah, good job there by Anderson Dolan, picking up the puck deep in his own zone off of Jersey, brought the puck the length of the ice, drove. That's what you want to see from a coach. You want to see a guy drop his shoulder, go to the hard areas, just unable to reconnect on the other side of the goaltender.
Phillips will start out of his own zone. He plays a big pass up to Akil Thomas, who enters over the line. Akil Thomas drops off. Jersey on his backhand holding, tries a shot. That one deflects and goes wide, back behind the goal now. Just 7 seconds separate us from 5-on-5 as Austin Strand stands at his bench door, ready to come out. Wegwerth does the same for Colorado, and we skate now at even strength. McLeod into the offensive end. Drops the puck off in the near side corner. Bokaji throws it towards the front of the net. It deflects and goes in. Tie game at 1. Not sure who's going to get the touch if it went off a Colorado skate blade out in front. But Bokaji will lead the line back to the bench. It looks like it'll be his tally.
I think Bokaji, because he was on his offside there, he's got the puck in the middle of the ice, and I think Ingham, the goaltender, maybe opened up a little bit, and the puck found its way between his legs to even the score at 1 with 8:34 left here in the first period.
We'll get a scrape of the ice so the teams will have a bit of a chance to talk things over. LA with some good chances in their offensive zone off that 4-on-4 sequence.
Yeah, I like the pace that they played with. You see Kupari handling the puck, Anderson Dolan skating the puck the length of the ice, and the play by Anderson Dolan was initiated by Jersey back in the defensive zone. So even though Jersey didn't become involved at the other end of the rink, just a simple, subtle little play, 10-foot pass that caught Anderson Dolan in stride, allowing him to skate the puck the length of the ice.
Maybe we're beating a dead horse, but you can just tell Sean Jersey's positioning. He knows when it's appropriate to jump up and join the fray.
Yeah, there's no doubt, through the course of his, growing up playing hockey, he's probably targeted a few guys that he likes to play and probably try to simulate a little bit, and it's in his game. Definitely every time he has the puck on his stick, his head is up, he's looking around. He's looking to go north and south. He's not an east and west type of guy. He wants to push the puck, and that's what the Kings would like to see from him.
Jared Anderson Dolan, maybe a little bit more flashy in the first period yesterday. He's been out there for a few shifts here today. Turns 20 this Thursday. He's got a legitimate shot of cracking the Kings roster at a camp potentially. He was a captain last year in Spokane. How important is that leadership role when you're joining a team, a very proud team like the Kings?
Well, I think when you look at the Kings, that's what they've looked for in the players that they've drafted. Leaders of their teams, whether you're representing your country on a national team, a junior team, a college team, players that wear the letters and that are respected by their teammates. They want those young guys because they understand, I think the Kings do, that the core of their team is a little on the older side. The guys like Kopitar, Carter, Brown, these guys are getting a little bit older, you know, even Drew Doughty. So they need that next wave to come through, whether it be 3, 4, 5 years from now. But this is where you start to groom them, and this is a chance for guys like Anderson Dolan to show themselves.
Anderson Dolan with an upper body injury for part of the season last year in Spokane, but in his half season he played there had 48 points in 32 games. Not too shabby. Drake Rimsha jumps into the offensive end. Aiden Dudas, the Kings goal scorer, drops off to Bjornfoot. His shot sits down in front. It comes back to Bjornfoot. He holds. His quick shot rises high over the goal. It'll swing down into the near side corner. Rimsha after it. Mason Berg jumps on towards the puck. It'll bounce towards Bowers, and he's into the offensive end for Colorado. Bowers looks back towards the blue line, now off the hash marks. He still holds. Davis goes towards the center of the line as the puck swings down in front. I don't think Ingham ever had to make a save. It goes right past him. Henry back behind the goal. Now Austin Strand. Backhand pass gets past Rimsha. Comes up to Davis. His shot deflects and goes wide on the stick side of Ingham. Puck swings to the near side wing. Byram holding. Byram tries to get a shot away. Aiden Dudas attacks him and rips the puck right off his stick.
That's exactly what you want to do. You want to go aggressively at that defender. Put yourself in the lane in case he tries to shoot it by you, but you continue to keep pushing forward. You don't allow him that comfort, that extra split second of time to be able to make a play. He won that battle and the puck came out.
Austin Strand jumps up into the rush on that play. Strand, he's more of a slender guy, but so far in this early goings of the game, he's been acting like he's 6'8", 250.
Yeah, a little bit different. You know, you can see the Kings today playing against a younger team in Colorado than they played against the team yesterday with Anaheim, who had a lot of guys who had some NHL experience, 250-plus games. So today I think they're feeling a little bit better, and they probably got a little bit of a push from the coaches as well, that stand up for yourself, engage, support each other out there. You got to play as a team, and the Kings are evidently showing that here in the early part of the game.
Kings into the offensive zone. On the far side of the ice, Asimov pushes it to Lizotte. He goes around the back of the net, gets a pass up to the blue line. Constantinou fires his shot. They score! May have deflected out in front, but the Kings get the lead right back. It's 2-1 LA.
Yeah, nice job up high there by the Kings. They got the puck back to the blue line, and in letting that puck go, when the defender, Constantinou, had the puck up high, he drifted towards the middle of the net. That's the cue for the forwards to establish himself in front of the net. They take away the sight lines of the goaltender. I don't think Constantino is going to get credit for the goal. Shot from up high. He's in the back of the cage. Kings lead it 2-1.
Good job by Blake Lizotte back behind the goal, grabbing the puck, taking his time, being patient, and feeding a nice pass up to Constantino. Just about 13 minutes gone here in period number 1. 2-1. LA now in control of the lead once again. Face-off win at center for Colorado. Lauzon moves the puck over to the right wing side. It drops back down behind the goal. Dursey after it. Shrirev hot on his tail. Dursey able to move the puck up and out. Kupari, nice pass ahead. Kaliev dangling. Kaliev holding and can't get the shot away. That puck got poked away at the last second. Shrirev up the other side for Colorado. He'll push the puck into the offensive zone. It's chased down back behind the goal. Out of the near side corner, the Avalanche try to set up. Phillips in there for the Kings. Pushes the puck to open ice on the far side. Larocque after it for Colorado, gets it back on their sticks. Now McLeod at the blue line holding, hesitates on a shot, still waiting, now looking for a pass, bad angle, tosses it out towards the front of the goal. It kicks right back to him. McLeod will toss it off the glass, takes a funny hop, and then goes into the whale netting and out of play with 6:07 to go in period number 1, 2-1 Kings.
Oh, we saw the good hands there of Kaliev coming in on the left wing. Nice little curl and drag. He brought the puck in, just trying to get it into his wheelhouse and pull the trigger on it. Credit on the back check there. Kindop did a nice job sweeping his stick in that area just at the right time, preventing Kaliev from being able to connect and shoot that puck towards the cage.
Face off to Ingham's stick side right. It's won by the Kings. Bjornfoot looks to move it out. He gets it to center ice. Byram will get onto the puck right there. Sodergren. Nice forecheck. He takes the puck right away from Davis. Drops off. Akil Thomas now looks for options. Drops to the blue line. Bjornfoot waiting. Near side Strand. Strand fires a shot. Save made. Rebound comes out in front. And Colorado collects it. And it'll be pushed up and out Over to the far side of the ice, Mutter chases after it for Colorado. He gets hit hard by Bjornfoot. Bjornfoot loses his stick, stays right with the play. Akil Thomas comes out with the puck and moves it over center. Nice catch of the pass by Anderson Dolan, who then tosses it into the offensive zone and peels off for a change.
On that last point shot by Strand, nice job by Anderson Dolan in front of the net. Puck came in that direction. He got a stick on it, redirected it, and the goaltender was able to get the leg on it and make the save.
Byram sends the puck across the ice. Kevin Davis sends it ahead. Mikey Anderson will be the first man to it. He gets stapled a bit by Burzum. Anderson will still come out with it, though. Play it over to the left wing side. It's dropped back to Bowers. Bowers passes back behind him. Keane with it, walks it down the wall with a pass. It's played out of the corner once again. Bowers onto it. Bowers waiting, walks up to the blue line. Bowers cuts down towards the slot, swings around to the left. Still bad angle, goes all the way around the world. Now back behind the net. He throws one out in front. It's loose. It's underneath Ingham, and he'll grab a face-off. 4:44 to go in period number one. Very reminiscent to the first goal scored. That one doesn't get past Ingham, though.
Nice job there by Bowers, utilizing his skating ability, hanging onto the puck, patiently looking for a teammate, and then he throws the puck across the top of the crease. Burzum ends up getting a stick on it. Ingham, the goaltender, was able to make the save, prevent it from going across the line, but noticeably, Bowers showing that he could handle the puck, head up the entire time, looking for somebody to get it to it. That's the type of patience you want to see from a young player. You just don't want them to chip the puck away. Hang on, try to make a play if you can.
The scoring on that second Kings goal, Mikey Asamot has been credited with the tally. So a deflection from him out in front on Constantinou's shot give Blake Lizotte that secondary assist. Marcus Phillips with the puck out of his own zone. Now Lizotte with it. Asamot, 10 goals, 10 assists in the American League last year. On the second year of his 2-year entry-level contract, the product of St. Cloud State. Jersey drops the puck off. It's taken away. Colorado pushes forward. Henry's onto it. Henry 1-on-3 fires a shot going high of Ingham's cage, but he will take no chances. He snares it with the glove.
And Kings defense have done a better job here in the game this evening, or this afternoon, from last night's game, standing up a little closer towards the blue line, not giving up the line. That's allowing the goaltender to be able to get themselves set and track the puck. Majority of the shots by the Avalanche have come from the perimeter, less threatening areas.
Face-off coming in the Kings defensive zone. Rasmus Kupari will step out onto the face-off. Kupari out there with Fagemo and Kaliev. A very skilled line if they have some space to work with. Kupari, saucer pass ahead, finds Fagemo. He's unable to push it forward. Kings will regroup out of their own zone. Austin Strand with it. Fagemo drops off. Played forward. Bjornfoot's pass is deflected in deep. Kupari chases after it. He's the first man on the forecheck. The second man, Fagemo, comes in and takes the puck. Kupari after it into the corner. He drops it back to Strand. Strand was pinching in, so it was a tough pass for him to catch. He's able to keep it in the offensive zone. The Avalanche then swing it around the ice. It goes all the way down. Strand will race in after it. It goes for icing. Barlagi couldn't win the race to the puck, and the Kings will grab an offensive zone face-off with less than 3.5 to go in period number one, controlling a 2-1 lead.
And with that, the Avalanche have to keep the personnel on the ice. Kings will get some fresh legs out there, try to take advantage of that. And Bjornfoot was a defender playing the left point there. I think the Kings got away with a little bit of one there on that ice. Had he been in the right position, he was kind of cheating towards the middle of the ice, coming down low, and he wasn't in his point position to keep that puck in.
Colorado with a face-off win out of their own end. Puck played ahead into the neutral zone. Wegworth after it. Mutala on the near side. Anderson Dolan takes it away for the Kings and storms back up ice, dancing through bodies. Bad angle shot misses wide. It swings to the near side to Mikey Anderson. Akil Thomas will battle for it. He gets pushed off the puck by Larocque. He'll chase right back in. And down in the near side corner, Sodergren and Thomas are both there trying to battle for the puck. It's stuck between the wall and a skate. Two players from either team in there. Now Lauzon, a third man on the Avalanche side of things, comes in and moves it away, but he takes a big collision from Anderson Dolan to do so. 200 feet the other way now. The Kings try to get the puck out of their own end. Colorado trying to keep it in, but a penalty coming here. A holding call going to be assessed, and I believe Constantinou is heading to the box. We'll get a first look at the Colorado power play.
Yeah, no argument whatsoever by Constantinou. He makes his way right over to the box, so the Avalanche trailing by a goal. They get a chance with their first man advantage of the hockey game, and we'll see how they handle this and the personnel that they put on the ice. Not surprised to see Byram back out on the left point. A great skater, great vision out there. Look for him to quarterback and be the guy that initiates the plays both in the defensive zone on the breakout and offensive zone when they're set up.
Kings penalty kill allowed a power play goal to the Ducks last night. Colorado with the face-off win sets up and works the perimeter. They fire a pass across and Ingham is there. He makes the save on Burzum. Avalanche still working with the puck. Bowen Byram at the blue line mishandles it, has to play it back into his own zone safely. Dudas not giving him any relief as he gets back to his bench. And, well, he'll have to stay out there. He's going for a change, but Colorado re-enters the offensive zone. Burzum sends it around the back. Played by Bokaji on the far side of the ice. The Kings grab to it. They clear it down the ice, and all four guys will change out.
And not surprised to see there Byron. He was the player that led the entry into the offensive zone. Now he's the first one back. The goaltender leaves him the puck. He's the player that they want. He's a good distributor of the puck. He's got great hockey sense and makes good high percentage plays.
Lizotte stops Byram entering the offensive zone, and the Kings able to clear. Nice play by Blake for Lizotte right there.
Yeah, the Kings got numbers around Byram, and that was the key. Byram was looking for a little bit of room going down the left side. Kings kind of cheated over that side, took away the seam, eventually stood up the Avalanche, not allowing him in the zone.
Miscommunication by the Avs, a bad pass, and Rasmus Kupari sends it down for the third clear of the kill. The Kings now shorthanded, able to steal the puck. They'll kill some more time if they can keep it on their sticks. They cannot. And now Sejan brings it forward and sends the puck around the back of the net. Ingham stops it there. He'll try to clear it himself a bit off the wall. It rides up the glass, though, and goes out of play with just over a half a minute to go on the Colorado power play. Kings ahead 2-1 latter stages of the first.
Yeah, just 1:11 left here in the first period. A pretty good period played by the Kings to this point. They've done a good job creating a little bit more offense. One thing that I've noticed quite a bit is their net front presence has been a lot better than it was in the game last night. They're getting to the front of the net quicker, and because of that, they've got a tip-in goal, and they also got a screen on the initial goal.
Aiden Dudas scoring the first of the two tallies. Mikey Asamat, the deflection on Constantinou's shot for goal number 2. Puck to the blue line. It's played by Davis. He holds on the power play here, still looking in. Lauzon drops it down below the goal line. Shrirev back to the blue line. Davis fakes a shot, drops it to the outside. Avalanche looming towards the front of the net, but Ingham holds his ground and makes a save. 11 seconds remaining on the Avs power play.
Yeah, you look at the play where Sagan was on that shot, a little bit too far outside. And because of that, nobody's establishing himself on that angle. So when he does release the puck off his stick, nobody's in front of the goal to take away Ingham's sight lines. Ingham was able to square up, get to his left, and make the save, not giving the Avalanche a second chance.
Face off in the far side circle, the left side of Ingham. We'll watch Anderson Dolan try to win this one. The two bodies jump early, and they'll redo the draw. Anderson Dolan in there against Sejan. Less than a minute to go in this first period. Kings would love to take that 2-1 lead into the locker room. Spoke about it earlier, but LA able to score the first goal of the game last night, but then the Ducks stormed back and put up 4 unanswered. Avalanche in a similar situation in their game. Vegas scored the first, and Colorado was able to storm back with 4 of their own. A 5-2 final in that one. The Avs getting the win in their first game.
Yeah, just a little bit of a delay there. They added a second back on the clock.
Davis with the puck. Back to the blue line, Byram. Sejan back to Byram. Holding, looking in, fires a shot. Save made, rebound, another save for Ingham, and we're back to even strength. Constantinou's out of the box. He tried to race ahead. He wanted the pass right out of there. Maybe a breakaway out of the box, but to no avail. As Anderson Dolan now onto the puck, he looks to come out of his own end. Anderson Dolan pass over center, finds Dursey with 20 seconds to go. The Kings another chance as Rimsha gets a tip on the puck, but it goes wide. And Colorado looks to escape their own zone. Sejan plays it ahead. Shrirev into the offensive zone, drops off. Byram looks in, takes a shot into the glove and held on to by Ingham.
Nice job there by Byron, knowing what time is left on the clock, trying to make things happen, get the game even before they go into the intermission. And that was in the transition because the Kings had a pretty good chance that was broken up. Sejan did a nice job coming back, preventing the play from connecting in front of the net. Quickly the other way in the transition. The Avalanche get the puck to Byram. Tries to go upstairs, glove side. Ingham with a nice glove save.
His 12th save of the afternoon. 12 on 13 shots so far. He's looked good through the first 20 here. 7 seconds remaining, assuming that he can get out of it. Kings with the face-off win in their own zone. Bowers gets onto the puck. Kings take it away. They move it out to center. 2-1. That'll do it for period number 1. So a good first 20 for LA, who will head to the locker room with a 2-1 lead. A little bit different of a situation, a different feel to the game than last night.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think the pace, for the Kings, it was favorable. They weren't able to keep up with Anaheim shift after shift last night, but I thought they did a better job here. They took the initiative right off the bat. They scored the first goal. They allowed Ingham to be able to see the puck. They defended a lot closer towards the blue line. On the power play, they surrendered 4 shots against, but they allowed Ingham to be able to see the puck. He did a good job, didn't give up a lot of rebounds, so they skate into the first intermission with a 2-1 lead.
Aiden Dudas the first goal. Mikey Asamot the second. We'll see who finds the third, if somebody does. It's 2-1 Kings after 1. We'll be back for period number 2 soon. Inside 5 Point Arena, I'm Cameron Close. Darrell Evans is right next to me. 2-1 Kings after 20 minutes. Against the Avalanche, we'll switch ends. Kings skating right to left now. As Bowen Byram has the puck in his own zone. Good first period for the Kings. Obviously, they want to follow up and come out of the gate pretty hot and heavy here. Austin Strand over center, tosses it right into the offensive zone. Takes a big bounce to Kaliev. Now Bjornfoot up top. Strand, he'll try a quick shot. That doesn't get through. It finds its way to the corner. Kaliev with control. Kaliev has it come off his stick. Colorado attacks the puck. It's played over to the near side by Kindrop. He's into the offensive zone, back below the goal line. On his backhand, he gets hit into the board by Bjornfoot. Bjornfoot now trying to take the puck away from him. It's scanned out in front of the net, and Ingham makes a reflex save with his right pad. Fagemo tosses the puck out to center. Kupari is ahead there. He'll play it into the offensive end. It's taken by the Avs. Bjornfoot turns it around. Fagemo now with control along the Kings bench. Bad change for the Kings. Back into the offensive zone. Bowers loses control of the puck off the rush. And out of the far side corner, Colorado regroups. It's played by Keane over to the near side. Quick shot. That one stopped by Ingham. It was deflected out in front, and Akil Thomas gets to it and flips it over center.
Now the Kings dodge a bullet there. A bad line change, and you have to be aware of that in the second period when you have the long line change. The Avalanche had numbers, and unable to connect and carrying that puck in was Bowers.
Sodergren sees the puck bounce past him. Constantinou will grab it out of his own zone and settle things down. Just a minute and a half into period number 2. Constantinou looking up, comes out of his own zone, plays a pass off the wall. It bounces off the skate of Akil Thomas. And he's going to go to the box here. He's not too happy about it. He puts his palms up towards the sky, but he'll be escorted to the penalty bench for tripping. A little bit of a knock on the back of the leg, maybe an easy fall down there for Sejan, but nonetheless, it's going to be a slash, so a little bit of a tap of the back of the leg, and that's enough.
Yep, just enough to make the call, and face-off will come back deep into the Kings zone to the right of the goaltender, Ingham. You go back to the first power play the Avalanche had late in the first period. They weren't unable to score on it, but they were credited with 4 shots on goal and a man advantage, so some pretty good puck movement. And again, a player to keep your eye on is Byram on the entry and active in the offensive end.
Sejan with control of the puck. He rips one wide, looking on the glove side. It bounces off the back glass. Gets back to the blue line now. Davis holding, looking in, drops to the outside. It's played towards the front of the net by Lauzon. It's loose out in front, now goes back behind the goal. Constantino uses the angle of his body, wins the puck, and rifles it down the ice.
Yeah, nice job protecting the puck right there, getting his body between he and the opponent from the Avalanche, getting his stick on the puck, and then easing it. He tried to get off the ice, but was unable to do so as the Avalanche turned the puck back quickly.
Kindrop has the puck for Colorado. In the near side corner, it's up to Davis now. Davis, near side of the blue line. Whittles it through for Shrirev. Shrirev looking across the zone. Sejan back up top. Now Davis looking in, finds the lane, throws it intentionally wide. It's out in front, and a nice defensive play by Rimsha to take Kindrop out of the play. Now back to the blue line. It's Davis once again. Davis, near side, Sejan, top of the circle, tries to throw it across. It kicks back to Davis. Far side of the ice once again. Saucer pass bounces over Sejan's stick. Sejan with it, looking back to the blue line. Now down below the goal line, Shrirev throws it out in front. It deflects. It'll stay on Colorado's sticks, though, here on the power play for another 50 seconds. Davis has a lane, a slap shot try right into the gut of Ingham. He takes it off the LA logo on the center of his chest and drops it into his glove.
Yeah, no traffic in front of the net there on that shot by Davis. He gets the puck on the right point, was able to walk in about 10, 15 feet. While he was moving in, he was waiting for a teammate to get to the front of the bench, or front of the net. Nobody got to the front of the net. That made the save a lot easier, and we're going to get some more penalty calls right now. And I think they're going to go against the Kings, so I think we're going to see a 5-on-3 advantage for the Avalanche.
Austin Strand is going to go to the box for slashing. He has been very vocal here in this game, you can tell. Wearing that captain C, and he's sticking up for his teammates. That time, though, with an official in between he and a Colorado Avalanche skater, he throws the stick around the official, gives the skater a tap, and that'll push him to the penalty box.
Yeah, big face-off now deep in the Kings zone. Anderson Dolan for the Kings. He'll take the puck face-off against Bowers and controlled by the Avalanche.
So 5-on-3 power play for about 40 seconds. Byram up top. Plays it to Henry now down below the goal line. Henry looking at Byram, gives it to him. He fakes a shot back to Henry. His shot, he doesn't get all of it. It's back behind the goal. It swings around past Bowers. Byram has it. He goes down below the goal line himself. He'll push it back towards Bowers. It gets to Bukaji. He'll play it across the zone once again. Henry with it, passes to Bowers. Bowers holding, fakes a slap shot, drops it to the outside. Henry down below the goal line. Byram is across the net, doesn't collect the pass. Kings trying to clear, unable to get it out. Henry keeps it in, drops to Byram on the near side. Byram holding, patrolling around the offensive zone, looking in towards the front of the net, gets it to the near side. Henry down below the goal line, out in front. The shot can't connect. Out of the box comes Thomas. Kings now killing a 5-on-4. Colorado still with control in the power play. Bowers with it on the near side off the hash marks. He goes down into the corner, drops the puck up to Byram. Byram holding near side. It's played once again by Bowers. He looks in, fires it across the zone, out in front. Ingham never had to touch it. It sticks by Mikey Anderson. Penalty coming to the Avalanche this time, and the Kings have killed both of them off.
Yeah, good job there by the Kings penalty killer. There's going to be a hooking call. It's going to go against the Avalanche. I think Henry's going to be the player. Henry, I thought, tried to make one too many passes there. Looked like on that cross-ice feed, he could have put the puck towards the net, tried to go back against the top of the crease, freeze the goaltender and have a tap in on the back door. It didn't come about. He goes to the penalty box. We'll get 4-on-4 for the next 53 seconds.
Face-off comes all the way down into the Kings offensive zone. It'll go out in front of Minor to his blocker side right. Kings left wing side. Blake Lizotte on the face-off. On the 4-on-4 again for just about 50 seconds. Now Fagemo with control of the puck. Dursey to the near side. Phillips fires his shot and misses wide. It swings around off the end wall, and Shrirev is to it first. Fagemo working on him. Shrirev holding now on the far side of the blue line. He'll be forced up and out. A good job by Fagemo there. The forward caught back on defense and didn't allow Shrirev to cut towards the middle of the ice. Now Lizotte drops off. Fagemo on the outside. He gets away from Shrirev. Keeps control of the puck. Phillips fires it across. Dursey across to the back door. Looking out in front for Fagemo was Lizotte. He tried to one-touch pass that puck across the crease, but just couldn't connect. Fagemo battles with Larocque down back behind the goal line. Now Lizotte with it once again. He turns, looks to fire, but falls to a knee. Dursey at the blue line goes to the center, throws the puck into the far side corner. Larocque is there first. 2 seconds in one, and now the Kings on a 5-on-4 power play with Austin Strand out of the box for 1 minute and 5 seconds. Colorado quickly clears, and back behind the goal, Ingham will leave it off for his defense.
Yeah, we'll see whether or not the Kings on this power play can get a little bit more of a shot mentality. In the first power play, they were looking a little bit too much for the perfect play. Didn't get enough rubber onto net.
This time Minor gets the clear himself. The puck rolls in on the net Minor, and he's able to saucer it down the ice. Mikey Anderson will start out of his own slot. Plays it ahead to Constantinou, forward Asimot. Those two connected on a goal earlier in this game. Puck back behind the net. Kings working towards it. Kaliev drops it to the blue line. Anderson holding. To the outside, he plays it to Asimont. Asimont looks in, bad angle shot. It's stopped by Minor. It caught him a bit. Almost looked like it was going to bounce back in. Anderson now to the far side, Kupari. Puck falls off his stick, whittling through traffic. Now Kaliev plays it up to Anderson. Anderson back to Kaliev near side. Constantino fakes a drive, still holding, gets to the center, and they score! Constantino's shot pinballs through the wickets and away on Minor. It finds its way home, and it's 3-1 LA.
Yeah, a little bit of a break there for the Kings, but when you do the right things, good things happen. And he made the move towards the middle of the ice. Constantino did. Threw the puck at the net, in front of the net. The Kings had some traffic there, and they get a break. They get a screen. It goes off the Avalanche defender skate in between the legs of the goaltender. A power play marker, and the Kings lead it 3-1.
You throw pucks to the net, good things are going to happen?
Yes, they do.
Kings will set up at center. Constantino now factoring in on 2 of the goals. The first one deflected by Asimont. This one, I think it careened off of Colorado's skates, so it should be his tally. Puck played out of the far side corner. Kings right back into the offensive zone following their power play goal. Bjornfoot steals the puck at center, tosses it in on Minor back behind the goal. So they do call it as Constantino's goal. And again, we spoke about him a little bit earlier, but a guy that went undrafted was ranked by NHL Central Scouting in front of Jordan Spence, who the Kings ended up taking with their 4th round selection this past draft. But a guy who a little bit inconsistent in his own zone. The offensive output has never been a question. He could have a legitimate chance of earning himself a contract.
Yeah, I think sometimes when a player does go undrafted, they mature a little bit from that, and they get a little chance to maybe kind of dial in and understand it's going to take a little bit more, and they work on little elements of the game that hopefully will make the difference and get them noticed as he's getting noticed here tonight.
Bowen Byram skates over center, enters the offensive zone, looks towards goal, throws one towards the net mouth, but it goes right through it. Barlagi with control of the puck. It's taken away by the Kings. A pass just a little bit out in front. Mikey Anderson with the assist on that power play tally from Billy Constantinou. Barlagi into the offensive end once again. A quick shot handled by Ingham in and out of the glove, and he covers it down against the ice and grabs a face-off with 13:01 to go in period number 2, and LA controlling a 3-1 edge.
That's exactly where you want to be, Barlagi, when you let that puck go right between the two face-off circles, right in the middle of the ice, giving yourself the best angle. But Ingham, the goaltender, did a good job taking advantage of the size that he had, got that presence out there at the edge of the crease, taking away a lot of the net in behind him, got his body in front of it, and then got his glove on top of it as the puck landed in front of him.
Bowers on the face-off this time against Lazat. He's able to get the win for the Kings. He chases in after it, back behind the goal. Burzin tries to swing the puck up into his own slot, but it ends up being a clear on himself, goes down into the Avalanche. Avalanche looking to come out. Phillips able to keep it in. He throws it down toward Yancez down below the goal line. Lazat skating towards it. Asamont onto it. Asamont goes around the back of the net with the puck. Asamont still controlling. Drops it off on a cycle play. He'll try to get it right back from Lazat. Yancez finds it on his backhand but can't get the shot on goal. Yancez with control again. Backhand pass finds the blue line on the near side. Phillips moves it down deeper into the offensive zone. Lazat with it out in front. Yancez can't connect on the far side of the goal. Colorado to it. They'll send it down the ice. If Phillips can win the race, it'll go for an icing. Bowers charging, but Phillips gets the edge by a hair.
Well, Asamont picking up the puck in the offensive zone, trying to extend the puck out away from his body, protect it, and sweep it back out front. Nice job by the defender. Larocque getting the stick out, extending it in the lane just at the right time, disrupting the play, not allowing that play to connect.
Our first look at Jonathan Yancez on more of an extended shift in the offensive zone. He didn't play in last night's game. A camp invite for the Kings for this one went undrafted, but in the OHL last year with the Kitchener Rangers, put up 50 goals in 68 games. He's a big body out there on forward. Burzin enters the offensive end for Colorado. Throws the puck down below the goal line. Bowers there waiting, but he's quickly met by Kaliev and Mikey Anderson. Constantinou pushes the puck around to the near side. Keane in on it. Keane dangling through traffic. Tries to go around the back of the net. Henry will have to help him out here for the Avs. Henry, long shot out in front. It's loose. Ingham trying to find control of it with a sea of bodies out in front of him. And the puck finds its way to the far side corner. Avs still with it up at the blue line. Regis fakes a shot, hesitates, steps around Kaliev, throws it towards the front of the net, doesn't get through. Bokaji with the puck off the near side wall now. Throws it down into the near side corner where Mutter is waiting. Sejan back behind the goal, feeds it out in front, nobody home except white jerseyed LA Kings, and Anderson comes away with the puck. Mikey Anderson forward, but it deflects off a Colorado stick at center and goes out of play into the penalty bench area.
You look at the play of Mikey Anderson, something that everybody on ice knows exactly what he's going to do when he's got the puck, when he hasn't got the puck. He's one of those guys that you can trust and depend upon, reliable in the defensive zone, not a high-risk type of player. So in doing so, he's a tough player to play against because he just does the right thing all the time, and that's going to be the things that will get him noticed with the Kings looking at a lot of young defensemen here at training camp this year.
Austin Strand with the puck, pushes it forward onto Mason Berg. Stick who deflects it in deep. Aiden Dudas charges after it. Goes down awkwardly into the end wall. Pops right back up, though. Colorado escapes with the puck out of their own zone. It's brought up the right wing side. Kindrop chasing after it. The netminder Ingham helping the cause. Tries to move it out. It's up to the blue line. Davis across Byram. Davis again. He tries a shot. It deflects. It gets through. A couple of chances in front of Ingram, and he holds his ground. Puck out of the near side corner now. Back behind the goal, Shrirev sees it snag past him. Davis with control, gets it to Byram. His long shot deflects to the near side. Shrirev throws it out in front. Kings grab control. Aiden Dudas escapes his own zone. His team wants transition. He tries to toss it in deep, but Davis grabs it. And Colorado has possession once again. Kings try to steal it right back. They'll get it out at center. Strand throws it back into his own end. Dursey slows things down, now pushes it forward. Anderson Dolan into the offensive zone. Bad angle, shot save made, rebound comes out, and Colorado finds it. Shrirev twists and turns his way out with a pass into the neutral zone. Colorado onto it once again. It's Byram.
And on that shot there by Anderson Dolan, that's worked on every day in practice by every team. When you're not on a good angle, put the puck at the net, you force a far leg pad save, which kicks the puck back in the slot area for a rebound. That's what Anderson Dolan did right there. Kings just unable to jump on that rebound, send it back to the cage.
Chance for the Avs out in front. Ingram holds his post nicely, and the Kings able to escape. Sodergren into the offensive zone. Another bad angle try this time off the near pad, and that one goes back behind the goal. Avs looking to get out of their own end now. Bokaji moves it into the middle of the ice. Kings turn it around and steal. Dursey plays it over to the right wing side, gets away from Barlagi. Now it's back behind the goal. Sodergren after it. It'll be pushed forward by Akil Thomas. He can't get to it though. McLeod takes it away, and it'll be turned up ice by Larocque. Puck played over center. Mutala, the pass doesn't connect cleanly with him. Yancey gets to it, steps in over the line, drops off, crisscross with Lazard into the slot. Asamoah shot. He's stopped by Minor. He holds onto the puck. No rebound with 8:52 to go in period number 2. 3-1. Kings with the edge.
Well, some good puck movement there by the Kings leads to a good high-quality shot there by Asamoah. He's right there in the slot, right at the top of the hash marks, lets it go. The goaltender does a nice job. Minor does, getting in front of that, denying a good scoring chance by the Kings. Kings have not had nearly as many shots as the Avalanche here in the second period. Down at the other end, Ingham's been busy, and he's been real solid.
Mikey Asamoah with another good chance right there. He has the second goal scored in this game on a deflected shot. You got to think for a guy like that, we've spoken about him a bit, a full season in the AHL last year. It was points-wise for him, maybe not 100 out of 100. Good entry-level rookie year deal. It's got to be nice for a guy like that, a letter on his sweater here in his entering his second year pro, to snag a tally in this one and be all over the ice in the offensive end.
And that's what he has to do. He needs to take his game to the next level. Playing in the American Hockey League this year, he's got to look to increase his numbers. Be one of those guys that in the critical situations, you're up a goal, you're down a goal, that your coach turns to. First minute of games, last minute of games, defensive zone faceoffs. You want to be that type of guy. So he's been noticeable here in a couple of games that we've called here in the last 2 days, and those are the things that he just wants to continue to keep doing day in and day out. Consistency will be a big thing for him.
Asamoah attended St. Cloud State, was the NCHC tournament MVP when they won their conference championship back in 2016. Decided to leave early. That's got to be such a tough decision for players, especially at the college level, if they decide they want to leave after 2 years, 3 years, or stay that full 4.
Yeah, it is, and I think each case is a different scenario. You look upon, whether you're a free agent or maybe if somebody that you've been drafted, you take a look at, maybe personnel that have either moved on, trades that the big team has made, or opportunities that arise within different teams that maybe all of a sudden now you got a couple of teams that are looking at you as a free type of player. So it is a tough decision for a young player. It's a lot thrown at you. Everybody wants to get to the show as quickly as they possibly can, but sometimes the best way to stay in the show is by making sure you take the steps, so when you do get that chance, you're ready to take advantage of it and stay.
Here inside 5 Point Arena in Irvine, 8:52 to go in period number 2. Kings leading at 3-1. I'm Cameron Close alongside Daryl Evans. Shots on goal right now, 26-18 in favor of the Avalanche, who have outshot the Kings in this second period, 13-5. It hasn't really seemed that way though.
No, they've just thrown a lot of pucks in the direction of the net. A lot more traffic down around the net. Bad angle shots. Ingham's done a good job at moving side to side, taking away those short side bids.
An offensive zone face-off loss for the Kings. McLeod to it for the Avalanche. The Kings forecheck, though, other ideas about control of the puck. Asamoah trying to dig the puck out of the corner. He battles for it. It comes free. It gets onto the stick of Larocque, who gets forced down by Yancey. He takes the puck. Help from Lazard. He charges after it. McLeod, now Henry. It's pushed forward into the neutral zone where Constantinou grabs it back. Asamoah with it. He drops it back deeper into his own zone. Mikey Anderson. Constantinou forward. It gets past Asamoah. And Larocque will hold on to it for Colorado. Larocque taking his time, using the goal as a shield, and now moves the puck over to the left wing side. Over center, Bowers charging onto it. Anderson uses the body, though, and keeps him to the outside. Along the far half wall, the puck is moved down towards the hash marks. Play it up into the middle of the ice, and a quick shot and a quick save from Ingham. He keeps that puck out of the back of the net, and the Kings want to push the pace and get up and out of their own zone. A giveaway, though. Bowers with it. It's dropped into the middle past Keene. Burzin, the man who took the shooting attempt, a good shooting try on Ingham. He plays the puck, and another quick shot goes wide off the dasher board and rides up almost out of play. Kings keep moving it. Now off the glass, it'll bounce down into their offensive zone. Regis is back to collect.
Definitely a shot mindset by the Avalanche here in the second period. Still with 7.5 minutes to go. They've already been credited with 14 shots on goal.
Puck finds its way to the near side. Keene, a quick shot. That one doesn't get through. It's blocked down by Mason Berg. Puck through the slot out the other side. Sejan chasing after it into the far side corner. Back behind the goal. It'll be bounced back out in front. Sejan, a backhand one. Yeah, it looked like it may have caught Ingham by surprise, but he was in the right position, so he's able to make the save. Holds on for a faceoff, and once again, Austin Strand finds himself locked up with someone.
Yeah, that's a big key for a goaltender, is to be in the right position, because sometimes you don't have the luxury of getting your eye on the puck, but if you're in the right position, pucks will hit you, and that's exactly what happened with Ingham there. He was up against that short side post, had his right leg there. The puck ends up hitting him.
Strand was tied up with Sejan back behind the net. Eventually they get those guys untied, and then Mason Berg comes in, and he plays leader in the confrontation. Looks like both guys will end up getting changed out as 5 aside come off of each bench. We'll get ready for a face-off in the Kings' end of the ice to the blocker side right of Jacob Ingham.
And referee's doing a good job here at keeping the players apart. And again, because they played a game yesterday, a little bit of physical, mental fatigue. You start to get under each other's skin a little bit, and you want to get yourself noticed. And I know that every organization pushes that. Don't let anybody push you around out there. Stick up for each other, and that's the message you need to send when you first start out in the league, and that's what the young guys are doing here.
Bagamo up the right wing side, tosses the puck into the left wing corner. Back behind the net now, it'll be chased onto, and Kaliev, the first man there, wins it back to the blue line. Strand a shot, doesn't get through, but collects a puck off of Shrirev's body, keeps it with him, brings it to the front of the net, and can't get it to go. And now it's played by Bjornfoot, a quick shot for him, doesn't get through. Avalanche looking to turn it through the neutral zone. It's played by Kindrop. He's into the offensive end. On the backhand, looking towards goal. Penalty coming, though, here. And LA.
Yeah, it's going to go against LA. It's going to be a holding call against LA. I'm just not sure who it's going to be. Kapari was coming back, and they're motioning that it's going to be a hold, but right now, yeah, it's going to be Kapari. And the reason that he's going to get called for it, he did a good job initially. He's had his legs going, reached in with his left hand, but he kept the legs going. The minute the referee sees the legs go into a glide mode, that's the cue right there that you're going to get nailed for holding. That's the call. So the Avalanche trailing by 2 goals. It's 3-1. They'll go on to man advantage. Face-off will be deep in the Kings zone to the right of Ingham.
Colorado 0 for 3 on the power play thus far in this game, and that includes about 50 seconds of a 5-on-3 they were unable to convert on. They haven't been without their chances, though. Burzin plays the puck into the near side corner to Bowers. Burzin gets it up top back to Byram. He'll have to bring it back out to center. Anderson Dolan getting a stick on it. Byram drops it off deeper into his own zone. Puck laced forward to the near side. It'll be thrown around the back of the net. Dursey, the first man there, makes no mistake about it and sends it first to third down the ice.
Good job there by Dursey. As he's going back after the puck, he takes a quick look over his left shoulder, finds the seam, gets it out easily.
Puck play to the near side. Bukaji moves it into the offensive zone. Throws it around the back of the net to the far side corner. Waiting there, Henry trying to get a stick on it, but again the puck bounces out to center. Pressure from the Kings, and Byram controls in his own zone.
Yeah, that was the defender Dursey coming all the way up the boards there in support. He was the player that pushed the puck out into the neutral zone.
Bauer steps onto a loose puck in the neutral zone, looking to cut towards the front of the net. He gets taken out by Constantinou back behind the goal. Constantinou then takes it and sends it.
Yeah, he was looking for a penalty, was Henry there. On his teammate getting tugged down there as he was trying to make his way to the front of the net.
Puck back behind the goal. Byram with it. Constantinou gets in his way, tries to take the puck away, but reinforcements for the Avalanche are there. Out of the corner, Constantinou stapling a man up against the end wall. It's played over on the far side of the blue line. Henry unable to keep it moving down deep, and it's cleared once again. Penalty kill has looked solid.
Yeah, Constantinou there stepping up, presenting another layer for the Kings as the Avalanche tried to move the puck through 2 Kings players. He stepped in and was able to get it down.
Puck played forward. Davis through the neutral zone. Pass into the offensive end. Help from Shrirev. Now Kindrop in the near side corner. Puck taken once again by the Kings. This time it's Bjornfoot getting the full 200.
Yeah, Bjornfoot there, I think at the last second, tried to take a little bit off it. He saw 2 white jerseys up in the neutral zone, and Kings were just unable to connect and receive the feed there by Bjornfoot. Otherwise, they would have had a 2-on-1 shorthanded bid.
Davis plays the puck to the near side of the ice. Kin drop forward. Lauzon. Trouble at the line. This could go offside. It does. And with that, out of the box comes Kupari. Like he was never gone. Not many chances at all on that power play for Colorado.
Yeah, no shots credited to the Avalanche on that man advantage. So a good job by the Kings penalty killers. Aggressively pushing the puck to the outside, making sure they stay on the defensive side of the puck. And a key to any good successful penalty kill, getting pucks out on the initial attempt. The Kings did that on that penalty kill.
McLeod sends the puck around the back of the net. Larocque keeping it in at the blue line, throws it right into the body, right into the Kings shield on the center of the chest of Jacob Ingham.
Yeah, those are the type of shots a goaltender wants. That adds to the save percentage out there. Easy save, track the puck coming in, no traffic in front of the net. The only thing you got to worry about is making sure that that puck doesn't come off your body and create a rebound.
Ingham very solid thus far in this game. Right now, unofficially, he's made 27 saves on 28 shots. Face-off win forward for the Kings. Kupari races through all three zones into the offensive end, goes down at the last second. Fagemo, though, steps onto the puck and looks out in front. Fagemo steps around a couple of checks, looks out for a pass, gets one to Bjornfoot. Bjornfoot at the blue line, holding on his backhand now. He'll be chased all the way over to the far side of the ice. Sends the pass back to the near side. A quick shot out in front, sits down. Kaliev on the backhand, can't get it to go. Colorado looking to escape their own zone. A pass to the near side, and the Kings will snag it out of their own end. Bjornfoot pressured by Barlagi. It'll be played over to the near side wing. Mutter takes it away. Barlagi has shot that one into the glove and held on to by Ingham.
And that shot down at the other end there by Kaliev, doing a good job hand-eye coordination, getting the puck to his backhand, throwing the puck to the net. The chance was denied by the goaltender Minor, and then coming back the other way. Avalanche quickly again get the puck to the net. Shot number 29.
Speaking about Jacob Ingham and just talking about goaltenders in general, we didn't touch on it too much, but Jack Campbell signing a 2-year extension with the LA Kings, and nice to have him shored up as the backup in LA.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I had a chance to talk to him this morning at the training center in El Segundo, and he was excited about it. You know, it's one thing to sign a contract, you get a couple of years out there. He had a good feeling about what he accomplished last year as an individual, but more importantly this year as he comes back, he wants to see his team take that next step, and he wants to be part of it. One
of the best black and white features that have been done is the Jack Campbell one. If you hadn't had a chance to take a look at it, hop on there to the Kings media side of the website and take a look. There's one on him, there's one on Cal Peterson. You can talk Kings goalies all day.
Yeah, Bill Ranford has done an outstanding job with the Kings goaltenders over the years, and those are a couple of the ones right now that are in the mix and trying to make themselves every night players in the NHL.
Keane out at center with the puck for Colorado. 3.5 to go in this second period in a game in which the Kings lead 3-1. Dursey with control of the puck in the neutral zone. Bowers. Keane sends it around and in deep. Ingham stops it back behind the net. Scans it over to the near side of the ice. It bounces back to the far side now. Akil Thomas waiting there, trying to take it away from Bowers. Help from Phillips, and Anderson Dolan gets it on his stick, throws it into the middle of the ice. Keane takes it away. It's loose down in front, and it's sent wide by Berzin.
Anderson Dolan had the right idea there. You see that play happen so much. Player hasn't got to play. Just a nice little 5-10 foot pass in the slot, but having not played with these players just aren't used to each other's tendencies and what to expect.
Anderson Dolan, bad angle, goes around the back of the net, tries to pot a pass out in front of his backhand, but he fans on that attempt. Anderson now at the blue line, plays it across, finds Constantinou. Back to Mikey. Anderson holds up, looking for a lane, finds one, takes a shot. It sits down in front, bounces up into the near side corner. Sodergren back to Anderson. Another try, loose out in front. Anderson Dolan scores! A scramble out in front of the net, and the Kings boost their lead to 3 goals. It's 4-1.
Now, almost maybe possibly the first time that this period that the Kings have had a sequence of shots towards the net, and because of that, Minor, the goaltender, wasn't able to control the ball. He made a couple of big saves on shots from up high by the defender. Anderson did a good job filtering pucks towards the net. Anderson Dolan, though, he popped on that rebound, puts in the back of the cage, and it's now 4-1 Kings.
In comfortable control of the game now. And you can just tell that the Kings have had maybe the physical edge in this. They've been a bit more confident than they were in last night's contest. Even, I think, as the Kings re-enter the offensive zone, Rimsha jumping in after it. And it's quickly turned around. Rimsha, a quick shot. That one sits down. Asimov finds control and throws it through the net mouth and wide. Shrirev onto it. We spoke at length about Samuel Fagemo last night and how he was taking the brunt of the physical collisions. That's been changed a bit here as Asimov brings the puck to the front of the net. It's loose out in front, and it sits down on the far side of the ice. Colorado then escapes. Constantinou with it out of his own zone. Plays a long pass ahead to Rimsha that bounces out of play. But I want to go back to, you look at Fagemo last night compared to here tonight, his decision making maybe a little bit quicker?
Yeah, a little bit quicker, and some of it has to do with having played in the game in the national, the NHL size ice. Another one has to do with you're looking at a little less pressure from this Avalanche team opposed to the opponent last night in Anaheim that was in a very aggressive team, a team that took away time and space very quickly.
4-1 LA. Jared Anderson Dolan getting the goal. Mikey Anderson, his second assist of the game. And there will likely be a third assist added to that one as well. You have to, or excuse me, a second assist added to that one as well. You have to imagine.
A third point.
Third point.
I know where I knew where you were going.
Yeah.
I knew where you're going.
Hey, I'm in preseason form too.
Not an extra point here and there never hurts.
Back behind the net, Bukaji with it, an arm up and a penalty coming. And is it going to be LA once again? It's going to be a hooking call, and Austin Strand doesn't look too happy about it. So I think the Kings are getting penalized.
Yeah, I believe Austin Strand, he's the player making his way over to the box, having a conversation, as he's done quite a bit here this afternoon with the official. They've become very familiar with each other. So the Avalanche in desperate need of a goal, trailing by 3. They will have power play number 5, their fourth one here in the second period.
So with just $1:24 to go in period number 2, if the Kings are able to kill this one off, they'll need to do it both in the second and third period. They would get to the locker room and there would still be 36 seconds left on the Colorado power play should they find a way to keep the puck out of the net here for the next minute 24. Face off in the far side circle, right wing for LA. Lizotte steps in after Dudas gets sent out. Colorado with control of the puck. Shrirev with it. An opportunity here for the Avalanche to try to cut the lead to 2. Shrirev drives the net. It's played on the outside. Back behind the goal, Sejan looking out in front. He gets sticked by Phillips. The puck comes free as Sejan loses his stick. It's to the blue line. Davis holding it. Dudas in front of him pressuring. Play to the outside once again. Lizotte gets it back up top. Davis has Shrirev on the near side. Instead goes down the wall. It's played out in front of the net. Poked out in front and doesn't get there. Kings trying to get onto it and clear, but Davis keeps it into the blue line. Shrirev near side has a lane. Fakes a shot. Looks for a pass across. He can't connect. Kindrup waiting in the middle. Just 40 seconds to go in the period. Colorado on the power play for the entirety. Played up to the blue line. Davis holding. Looking for a lane near side. Shrirev, a quick one-time shot that deflects and goes high over the goal. Dudas charges to it, trying to get it clear. Can't get it out of the zone. Shrirev onto it again. Shrirev drops a pass back towards the blue line. Lauzon there. Dudas will get to it with a ton of open ice. He looks down the ice and sends it.
And sends it just firm enough to get all the way down, allowing his teammates to be able to get to the bench, get some fresh legs out for the remaining 15 seconds.
Into the single seconds to go in this period. One more chance for the Avalanche as they get into the offensive zone. Now 4 seconds near side. Byram quick shot, fans on it, and that should do it for period number 2.
Well, a solid period there by the Kings. They continue to keep doing what they were doing in the first period. They weathered a little bit of a storm that the Avalanche threw in their direction. Ingram, the goaltender, made some big saves, some timely saves, and then when the opportunities came about, the Kings were able to counter back at the other end. They took advantage of it. They expand on their lead as they go into the third period. They now lead it 4-1. They'll have to kill 36 seconds left on the penalty to Strand, who's been in the sin bin here a couple of times this afternoon.
So just 20 minutes remaining in regulation time. We'll step out. We'll come back and we'll bring you in for period number 3. Kings with 4 on the board. It's 4-1. We'll be right back. Back inside 5 Point Arena, LA and Colorado entering period number 3. I'm Cameron Close alongside Darrell Evans. Kings ahead 4-1 after 40 minutes. Rasmus Kupari right into the offensive zone, takes a shot. It is stopped by Miner. It's worked back to the blue line. Constantinou takes a shot, but it bounces just outside the blue line and offside there. And LA will snag a face-off, favoring their offensive end in the neutral zone. Kings play here in game number 2 for them, 2 of 3. Tomorrow, back in El Segundo, practicing the rookies on Toyota Sports Center ice. And then they will play their final game of the rookie tournament at 1 p.m. on Tuesday. And for that game, we will be on the, not the big rink if you've been down here, but on one of these smaller side rinks. So if you decide to swing by on Tuesday, you can skip work for the 1 p.m. game. Then it'll be an intimate setting, not quite as many stands in that rink 3, they call it. Mikey Anderson with control of the puck. Now Constantinou. Out of his own zone, back behind the goal. Has 2 points now in this game, a goal and an assist. He has looked very solid offensively, which was the scouting report on him coming out of Major Junior. Kaliev drops the puck off. Akil Thomas tries a shot, doesn't get all of it. Back behind the net, it's Kaliev now once again looking towards the front of the goal. It bounces into the far side corner. Kaliev with it, looking back to the blue line. It's taken away. Mutter over center, moves into the offensive end. It's turned up by Sejan, trying to get a shot on goal, but he doesn't get all of the rubber, and it bounces back behind the net. Sean Dursey with it, looking up. He'll bounce over to the near side. Akil Thomas in over the line. He drops off. It's played by Anderson Dolan. Anderson Dolan drops into the slot. Phillips a drive, save made. Rebound comes out back behind the goal. Anderson Dolan kicks to the stick. He's onto it. Back to the blue line. Dursey with it. He'll take a shot. It deflects and goes into the whale netting back behind the goal. Just less than 2 minutes gone in period number 3.
Good chance there by Phillips as he was the recipient of the third pass on that line rush. Good job by Akil Thomas in gaining entry into the zone along with Anderson Dolan. And then they hit Phillips. He was the odd man coming up on the attack. Gets himself down to about the top of the circle. Throws the puck in the direction of net. Goaltender does a nice job. Miner does, and getting his left arm on it.
Jared Anderson Dolan in the face-off in the far side circle. McLeod takes the Colorado face-off win. LA steams in, trying to take the puck away. Larocque comes away with it. Colorado moves into the offensive zone. Over on the far side of the ice, Barlage with the puck. Looks back to the blue line. Plays along the far wall. It squeaks its way over to the near side wing. Akil Thomas able to move it as far as center. Colorado will tag up. Jacob Ingram stops the puck back behind his goal, and his defense will look to move it up and out. Into the neutral zone, the Kings skate 2-on-2. Yancey in the middle of the ice over the line. Sodergren controlling the puck. He'll move down deep back behind the net. Into the near side corner, Lizotte. Races for the puck, moves it to the blue line. Austin Strand, nice moves, throws one towards the front of the net. It bounces, it almost gets underneath Trent Miner, but he's able to cover it up and grab a face-off.
Yeah, Strand does a good job. When he picks up the point initially, he lifted his head. The shooting lane was taken away. A couple of moves left and right. He opens up the lane, throws the puck to the net. It pinballs between a couple of sets of legs right there at the top of the crease. Makes his way to the net. Didn't have enough steam to go past the goaltender Miner. Miner was able to find it. He'll hold on for the whistle.
Blake Lizotte steps in on the face-off draw. In his offensive zone on the right wing side. Goes in against Lauzon, who gets the win. Felix Lauzon able to move it around to the far side of the ice. Shrirev charges up after it. Mikey Anderson, the first man to it. 2 assists in this game thus far for Mikey Anderson. He chases back after the puck. Shrirev, the first man to it. Takes it out of the corner. He works it up to the blue line. Near side, Byram throws it around the back of the net. Lauzon there. Lukaji swinging in, trying to help move the puck back onto Avalanche sticks solely. Kings trying to do the same. Mikey Anderson in there after it. Blake Lizotte moves it up the right wing side. Yancey able to stick it into the middle of the ice. Lizotte in over the line, drops off Asamont. Asamont along the wall. Didn't have anywhere to shoot or pass, and the puck finds its way onto Colorado sticks as they move into the offensive end. Lukaji throws a no-look pass that finds Lizotte tape to tape. He sends it ahead off the wall. Asamont will win the icing race, so he gets back behind the goal. He's back behind the net. Nice pass off to the apron of the goal to himself. He shoots and scores. Mikey Asamont with a highlight reel goal, finding a self-pass off the apron of the goal, and then moving it right past the left pad of Trent Miner to make it 5-1 LA.
Well, it all starts with Asamont winning the leg race, getting into behind that goal line, getting the puck on his stick, off the back of the cage, brings it back out front. Goaltender not in a good position. Minor, he beats him on a short side, down low. Great individual effort, and the Kings are up 5-1.
Trent Minor might want that one back.
Yep.
Drake Rimsha steps out to take the face-off at center against Bowers. He gets the win. LA comfortably leading now. Right now, Asamont unassisted. It'll likely stand as that way. And like you mentioned, Daryl, it started with hustle and able to win that icing race that very well. If he just decided to peel back up, could have been a face-off down in his defensive end.
Yeah, somebody's going to pick up an assist because somebody did send the puck the distance for the icing. But credit him on that individual effort. He got body position. That allowed him to get to the puck. And then the presence of mind to use the back of the cage, a little give and get, put it in the back of the net. That was a nice finish.
Mason Berg sends the puck forward, intended for Aiden Dudas. He'll chase in after it down behind the goal, looking to get it away from Regis. Dudas chases to it, moves it to the blue line. Dursey across, able to find Phillips. His quick shot right into the glove in traffic of Minor. He's able to hold on to that one, and it breaks out in front of the net a bit. Bowers and Rimsha stuck together. So they add the assist to Blake Lizotte. Asamont and Lizotte playing on a line together here this afternoon. Jonathan Yancey, the third man, but it's really been Asamont and Lizotte that they've paired well. They've connected on a few different attempts.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you put players together that see and understand the game the same way, you're going to start seeing things happen in a positive fashion out there. And I think that's been the result of these two out there. They think the game the same way. They're on that same page. So good things are happening when they're out there. They got their legs going and they got their minds in sync.
Rasmus Kupari in an offensive zone face-off, unable to get the victory. Colorado will look to move out of their own zone. It's Keene. He'll send the puck off the dasher wall all the way down the ice. It may go for an icing. It does. Dursey back there to win the race. Just over 4 minutes gone in period number 3, 5-1 Los Angeles.
Important for the Kings now. When you look at the scoreboard, they have a comfortable lead, but you don't want to establish any bad habits, especially at this time of the year. What the coaches are looking for, what the scouts are looking for, is for you to improve upon. Continue to keep that pace up. They don't have anything to save it for tomorrow. They don't play again till Tuesday, so tomorrow will be a work day. But today they got a chance here to finish this one out strong and build to what they've done so far here through the first 44 minutes.
Dursey with control of the puck down the other end of the ice. Kupari got taken out a bit. Good hit by Mutter. And Kupari, though, trying to get onto the puck. It bounces off his glove and goes down to the Kings' end of the ice. Marcus Phillips looking up and out. Phillips has time and space. He'll take that time and he'll move a pass over to Rasmus Kupari to the outside. Finds Kaliev to the near side just in front of Fagemo. And it'll move itself to the near side as Fagemo gets taken out. Shot from Kupari doesn't get through. Fagemo will try to grab it right back for the Kings, and a big hit from Kupari loosens the puck. Dursey jumps onto it. 5 players pushing and shoving. Kupari stuck between 3 Avalanche. Wegworth and Kupari push and shove, and now they separate. Not a bad broadcast vantage point at 5 Point Arena. We're about 10 feet from that exchange.
Yeah, if you get a little bit ahead of yourself, you might get called for too many men on the ice. This is as good as you're going to get right here. It feels like you're playing the game.
Saucer pass out of the Kings zone finds Sodergren. They'll be offside here. Anderson Dolan jumps. Sodergren a little bit of a move at the blue line, and now that throws off the timing.
Yeah, you've got to make sure when you're going to make that move that you've got eye contact with the guys that you're on the ice with. That way it forces or will send at least a message to Anderson Dolan that if you're going to make the crisscross in the blue line, you've got to come behind me because I'm going laterally, and a little bit of a miscue. But again, that all comes with not having played with each other a lot, not knowing each other's tendencies. Anderson
Dolan out there with his surrounding teammates, Akil Thomas and Johan Sodergren. Strand and Bjornfoot ride the blue line. Kings in the corner of their offensive zone. Akil Thomas able to break away. Trying to move the puck back up towards the blue line. Comes free to Sodergren. Now Strand keeps it just along the paint. It's moved down below the goal line. Anderson Dolan going one-on-one against Davis. He wins the battle. Anderson Dolan kicks to the stick, walks up to the hash marks, moves the puck back towards Strand. It bounces into the neutral zone, and Colorado can move themselves into the offensive end. Bokaji moves it in towards center, and it'll be taken away by the Kings, and Sodergren wants transition with speed. He walks himself through the neutral zone. A shot from the slot rises high and bangs off the ceiling and goes straight down with 13:46 to go in period 3.
you know, Sodergren right there, is he making his way into the zone? He really has no options. He's going into an outnumbered attack. He looks both sides. Both those guys are covered with the back check from the Avalanche players. So appreciate him trying to get a shot through, but the unfortunate thing is he's got to make sure he gauges the gap between he and the defenders. You get too tight on those defenders, chances of shots getting blocked or poked away as they did right there are very high.
Blake Lizotte on the face-off, unable to win it. He and Mikey Eyssimont have combined for 2 goals. Eyssimont scoring both of them. Lizotte on the assists, and here Lizotte moves it forward to Mikey as he enters the offensive zone. Has Lizotte behind him, tries to pass to him, gets it to him. Lizotte looking across the crease at Jancis, but well, one good play by Bowers, and the Avalanche are out the other way. Bowers into the offensive zone to Keane. His shot doesn't get through. It's cleared away by Phillips. Lizotte onto it, moves it forward to Jancis in the neutral zone. Jancis, open ice. Lizotte onto it, leaves it. Eyssimont looking at Jancis. He tips one, and he's stone cold by Minor. Puck played by the Avs as we go end to end. Bowers moves himself up the left wing side. Trying to get past Jersey, a tough thing to do. It's worked by McLeod. Down back below the goal line. Penalty coming here to the Kings as Rimsha gets a touch on the puck. And an interference minor going to be assessed. It must have been behind the play. I didn't catch it. Eyssimont, the man heading to the box.
Yeah, Eyssimont making his way to the box. An interference call. The Avalanche had numbers coming up the ice. Eyssimont maybe a little bit fatigued towards the end of his shift, so a little lazy. He goes to the box. Avalanche on the man advantage. It'll be power play number 6 for them.
Avs have not been able to convert on any of their other opportunities. 0 for 5 to this point. 12:51 to go in period number 3. 5-1. Los Angeles in heavy control. Drake Rimsha will step into the face-off and the penalty kill. It's a face-off win for the Avalanche. Sejan, a shot deflects, goes wide. Shrirev with the deflection. Now played up to the blue line again. Sejan sends it down below the goal line. Kinder up there, as is Lauzon. Kings unable to clear. Davis with control on the near side. Lauzon with it now down below the goal line. Sent around the end wall. It rides the angle of the boards to the blue line. Now down below the goal line. It's held on to. Shrirev looking for a pass from behind the net. Shrirev with time, holding the puck still, moves it to the near side corner. Sejan looks towards the blue line, gets it there, but Davis has to retreat into his own zone to try things again. Davis.
Kings have done a good job here in this period. It's smothering the Avalanche. We're 8 minutes into the period. The Avalanche have only been credited with 1 shot on goal.
Good pressure by the Kings in their line rush against as Avalanche are completely unable to get into the offensive zone. They'll have to try it all over again with Davis. He'll swing out of his own slot, skates backwards for a moment, drops to Bowers, who builds speed and moves through bodies. Can't get past Akil Thomas, who takes the brunt of the collision but stops the man towards the puck. Now the Avalanche up to the blue line. Byram holding, drops to the outside. A quick chance save made by Ingram. Another chance up top that bounces out and into the neutral zone. Byram has it out of his own end.
Nice job there by the young defender. Byram does a good job at freezing everybody, moving the puck to his side. That opens up a pretty good shooting lane, but the bid there by Bakaji was denied by Ingram.
Bowen Byram moves over center into the offensive zone. Puck dropped off. Bowers fakes a shot. Steps to the near side. Still looking for a lane, but the Kings stay right in front of him. Bowers throws it to Byram across the ice. He holds. He drops it back to Bowers. The two play one-touch passing with one another. Puck down below the goal line now. Bowers holding. Sees Henry on the near side. Sees he can't get the pass to him, and the Kings are able to send it. Eyssimont comes out of the box, and the Kings are back to 5 men. It's an even strength play now. Byram bringing it up the left wing side. Eyssimont back checking, can't take it from him, though stops his progress for a moment. Puck towards the front of the net. Barlagi finds it. He can't get the shot away. Kings looking to move it out, unable to. Mutter able to keep it in. Rimsha charging after it. He takes a hit, but the Kings moving out, and a penalty coming to the Avalanche. Jancis in over the line, and they're offside at the line. Eyssimont jumped that time, but LA is going to grab another power play opportunity.
I think it's going to be Mutter going to the penalty box. He went in there. I'm not sure whether it's going to be interference, maybe a little bit of contact to the head, but I think Mutter's going to be the culprit.
Does look like he is making the beeline towards the bench. So a perfect 1-for-1 As of right now, Mutter's call against him going to be an elbowing. Minor down back in the Kings' end of the ice. 1-for-1 for LA. Their power play goal was scored by Billy Constantinou. Mikey Anderson with the assist on that. We'll see how they do on opportunity number 2. Rasmus Kupari, the centerman. Fagemo and Kaliev with him. Bjornfoot and Strand in the back. And they will retreat to their own zone to grab the puck after a quick Colorado clear.
Yeah, good job there by Larocque, getting back there quickly, taking the puck on his forehand, utilizing the boards, banking it off those all the way down into the Kings' end.
Rasmus Kupari skates over to the right wing side, passes to Fagemo. Puck moved to the other side of the ice now. Austin Strand with control. As a man in the middle in Bjornfoot looked at him, looked at Kupari, couldn't get it to either as the puck was tipped by Kindrup, and the Kings start over. 90 seconds to go on their power play. Their second of the game. They lead 5-1 here. Fagemo in over the blue line with Kaliev. Takes a shot. It hits the outside of the post. Kings still have it in the offensive zone. Fagemo down below the goal line. Moves it back to the blue line. Strand controlling. Strand holding. Looking for a pass. Gets it to the middle of the blue line. Now Bjornfoot to the near side. Kupari. Kupari, a backhand pass. Finds Bjornfoot. His shot is into the glove and held onto by Trent Minor.
Now Bjornfoot got to the area that he wanted to get to, and that's the middle of the ice to improve his angle. The unfortunate thing was the traffic in front of the net kind of opened up a little bit. That allowed Minor to be able to see the puck and getting his left hand on it.
Before that, Fagemo, a good shooting, a good place to shoot, and you could hear that puck just graze the outside of the post.
Yeah, he had a couple of options here. He had Kaliev coming down to his left, and sometimes you use that as a distraction. That freezes the goaltender for a split second, and his shot was placed in the right place. He had the goaltender beat, but the goaltender's best friend, the post, makes a little bit of a help for him right there and keeps the score 5-1 Kings.
Kings get the benefit of a power play in the middle of this period. So first whistle, no matter what, of course, in regular season rules, you would never have a stoppage of play during a power play. But here in the rookie tournament, we make some exceptions. So now they get a clean sheet, so to speak, in their offensive zone in the power play. What type of difference does that make for them?
It makes a big difference, and I think what it does too, not that I think we're going to see the same personnel out, but it gives you a chance to maybe, rest guys up a little bit, to talk about things. That's probably the most important things. The guys that will go out for the remainder of the power play or the next part of it, they get a chance to at least talk about what they've seen. And the Kings power play hasn't been very active here this afternoon. Just a couple of opportunities, including the one that we're on right now. So they haven't had a look to see tendencies of the Avalanche penalty kill. So they'll talk about it a little bit, and they'll look out, maybe try to design some type of a play that they'll start off the face-off, giving them possession of the puck, which will allow them to go out right on the attack.
Yansis, Lizotte, and Asamont will head out as the forwards. Asamont with 2 goals in the game thus far. Lizotte has assists on both of those. Marcus Phillips and Sean Dursey will be on the defensive side of things. Saw Dursey get into a scrap last night with Max Comtois, a guy who will likely see some time in the NHL this year and saw some time last year. Dursey only had 1 fighting major in the OHL, but first rookie tournament game, he gets into one pretty quickly, and I don't think that's too much of a stranger to these rookie tournaments. These players, they don't want to back down to anything.
Many years ago, remember in rookie games, gloves would be down the entire time. If you got playing with your gloves, that was a penalty.
Here's Dursey into the middle. Asamont looking for number 3, but Keane jumps out and blocks it. Phillips to the near side. Dursey again. Dursey holding, finds it across. Lizotte, shot doesn't get through. It gets blocked, and Colorado moving quickly right out of their own zone of Shrirev. He gives the puck away to Lizotte.
A couple of good defensive plays there. One by Keane, getting in that shooting lane, and then a quick reaction there by the Avalanche. All the penalty killers converging to that high scoring area in that slot, getting their sticks into passing lanes.
Puck down below the goal line. Lizotte and Asamont onto it. Loose puck over to the near side. It'll be a race to it. Dursey unable to win it away from Bowers. He won't give up though. Puck still loose. Bowers charging ahead after it. It sits down. Dursey moves it. Asamont fakes a shot, drops it to Lizotte. His shot misses wide. Puck played by Dursey, but it's taken by Bowers. He'll try to clear, has trouble doing so. Dursey keeps it in, and the power play works it across. Lizotte in front. They score! With just 2 seconds remaining in the Kings power play, Yansis puts it home. And the line of Asamont, Lizotte, and Yansis connects once again. It's 6-1 LA.
Now, good unselfish play there by the Kings. Sometimes you say that might have a tendency of making one too many passes, but knowing where everybody was, everybody expecting the play that eventually happened, sticks on the ice, waiting for the puck. They tap it into the back of the net with just a couple of seconds remaining on the man advantage. Kings up now 6-1 with 8:24 left here in the third.
Jonathan Jance's 50 goals last season for the Kitchener Rangers in the OHL in 68 games, averaged over a point a game, and did not play, was a healthy scratch in game one versus the Ducks. Good to see him get on the scoreboard in this one. Colorado sends the puck up and over everybody. Wegworth onto it into the offensive zone. Kings get to it. Anderson Dolan out of his own end. Builds speed over the neutral zone. Gets in over the line on his backhand, holding the puck on the near side hash marks. Gets pushed off by Byram. Stays hard onto the puck though. Here's Thomas moving it in front. Another chance. This one stopped by Minor. Less than 8 to go in period number 3. 6-1 Kings.
Well, look at the shot distribution by the Kings here in the third period. Not that they've thrown a ton of rubber in the direction of the net, but the shots that they've had, the shooting area that they've come from have been high quality areas, 15, 20 feet out all around that goal. They're doing a good job getting to those hard areas, and because of that, they're putting pucks at the goal that they're forcing the goaltender to make saves on, and they're also extending their lead.
Official scoring on Jonathan Jance's goal is Blake Lizotte and Sean Dursey on the assists, and you can really credit Lizotte with that goal, as you said. Sometimes maybe the one too many pass, Daryl, but on that time not the case. Puts it right into an open side of the goal.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of communication there, Cameron. I think they looked at each other, and that was the key for completing the play.
Aiden Dudas with the puck on his stick. Mikey Anderson, and now Constantinou. He has some space in front of him. He takes advantage of it. The Kings are in the offensive end. Aiden Dudas battling against Larocque. Puck comes free. Larocque pushes it forward. It's played by Mutter now. He'll toss it into the offensive zone. Bakaji will chase after it. Bjornfoot will beat him there, and both players go down. Bjornfoot able to move the puck around, but not out. It's played down the wall. It gets past Bakaji. Constantinou onto it. Now Bjornfoot out of the far side corner. He'll look to move it up the left wing side. It bounces out to center. Colorado regroups onto it. McLeod will bang it off the back glass. It sits down back behind the Kings net. Tobias Bjornfoot brings it up. Kupari gets in the way of McLeod's pass. Will push Colorado deeper into their own zone. Austin Strand will be able to keep it in for a moment. He throws one off the pad of Trent Minor. Shrirev onto the puck now for Colorado. Over on the left wing side, Kindrup can't quite grab the puck. Bagamo takes it. Larocque will grab it out of his own zone for Colorado. Both teams trying to establish possession now as they go end to end. Strand onto it. On the forecheck, the Kings have control. A bad angle shot sticks in Trent Minor's equipment. Well, it looked like there was a little space on the near side of the goal, but Minor was able to hang on.
Yeah, Strand coming down that right side, pinching, keeping the puck in. Maybe saw a little bit of daylight there, encouraging him to throw the puck in the direction of the net. Or sometimes if a goaltender gets his body twisted a little bit, that puck will bounce off their chest into the slot area, creating a second chance for the Kings. But in this situation here, goaltender Minor, he was able to keep that puck tight for the faceoff.
Kupar and out there for the Kings on the forward side. Win the faceoff. Dursey with it. His shot off the stick shaft to the netminder Minor. Puck sits down in the low slot. It's pushed up and into the neutral zone. And now all the way back down to the Kings' end. Phillips will have possession. I don't think I'm going to use the word netminder anymore with Minor. You say that 10 times fast, you might struggle.
Just like Gooley and goalie last night.
Yep. You can find them anywhere we look. Regis plays the puck up the right wing side. It's Henry, now Anderson. He'll push it forward to Jancis. Ace Samot steps onto it into the offensive end. Jancis holding. Jancis getting a shot away as he gets tripped up. Penalty coming. Constantinou with the puck to the bench. Races Ingham as the Kings put one home, but down out in front of the net. Jancis was on top of Minor. So we may have matching Minors now, you have to wonder.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the officials to make a decision here. I think it's just going to be the one call, looks like the initial call that was being made, it's going to be Regis for the Avalanche. He'll be going to the penalty box, so the Kings, who have been perfect on the power play, it's going to be a tripping call against Regis. Kings will go on power play number 3, having connected on their first 2.
Interesting seeing the play blown dead as the netminder, and there I do it again, Miner went down, but nonetheless, Kings will snag a third power play, 2 for 2 thus far, and this time they'll throw Sodergren, Anderson, Dolan, and Akil Thomas out there. Constantinou and Mikey Anderson on the back. A face-off win for the Kings. Again, their third power play, leading 6-1. 2 power play goals thus far. Mikey Anderson with it. Plays a pass to the near side. Akil Thomas gets it right back to Anderson across. He fanned on his passing attempt and the puck flubbed up on him. Anderson near side. Thomas tries a shot. It's loose down in front. Hits through skates and then goes back behind the goal. Sodergren with it out of the far side corner. Looks for a pass, trying to escape away from pressure. He does. He gets the puck over to Anderson Dolan. Now puck played by Akil Thomas back to the blue line. Mikey Anderson looking in. Drops it down the near wall. Akil Thomas looks across. Constantinou holding. Back to Akil Thomas. Has a lane. Holding. Fires. He waited a bit too long. It's back to the blue line now. Mikey Anderson gives the puck up. Trying to get it cleared. Kindrop finally does, out to center.
That's one thing. You're going to have to know what you want to do with the puck before it comes to you there. Akil Thomas, it looked like that puck handcuffed him. Being a goal scorer, once that puck gets on a stick, he's got to look to release it. He had all kinds of room on the open side, the left side of the net.
Sodergren, a shot right into Miner's leather, and he'll hold on with 4:15 to go in period number 3. The power play halfway expired in a game the Kings lead 6-1.
Yeah, Kings will make a change here. They'll get Strand back on the blue line. He'll be back out there with Bjornfoot. They'll switch sides, that giving the option of both players being able to one-time the puck off the faceoff.
Mike Stothers, of course, wants to see everybody possible in this game, but you have to imagine in a regular season contest, we would see Mikey Asamont and Blake Lazat's line out there for every single power play shift. Aiden Dudas bringing the puck up and forward into the offensive end. Mason Berg, now Bjornfoot with it. Bjornfoot at the blue line. It's dropped down to Berg up top. Strand holding. Strand looking in. Waiting. Steps to the outside. Now Bjornfoot. Bjornfoot holding. Strand. They finally turned the music off. That was going for a little while. Like an NBA game. Puck out in front. Another goal for the Kings. Oh no, it's going to be waved off pretty quick. Did that stay underneath Miner? The Kings look to celebrate.
I think we're getting a penalty. I think we're going to have maybe some goaltender interference here maybe.
Jake Rakuki took his time in waiting to point to the goal. I saw it in the back of the net, so I made the judgment call myself, but he immediately waved it off, and now there's going to be a discussion at the referee crease.
Yeah, Rimshaw out there looking for what the officials are talking about. I don't see anything coming from the Avalanche side of things as to or why they were arguing things, but referees were adamant. They blew it off right away.
And Jake Rakuki, he had probably the best look at it from anyone. He was in perfect position behind the net to make the call. And we'll see if we get an explanation on things one way or another. 3:34 remaining, latter stages of period number 3. 6-1, Los Angeles in control. And he waves it off, no goal. We'll see if we get a PA announcement. Incidental goaltender contact, in case you can't hear that too well.
Yep, so Rimshaw getting, again, maybe a little bit of a further explanation, but you're not going to get that changed. Incidental contact, being that they didn't feel the Kings were overly aggressive. Otherwise, it would be goaltender interference. So incidental contact wipes out the goal. Face-off comes outside the Avalanche blue line. 19 seconds left on the penalty for the Kings to be able to get one last chance, get the puck into the zone, and try to complete a third power play goal here on their third power play.
Bjornfoot forward for Strand. He'll have 9 seconds to try to make the Kings 3 for 3. A quick shot. It's saved away by Miner into the near side corner. About to come out of the box, Samuel Regis standing at the door. And he's out, and the Avs have the puck. They'll look to push it ahead to him. They do. Regis into the offensive zone, laces it middle. Kupari intercepts, turns it up but not out. Regis with it again, throws it towards the front of the net. It's moved away with the stick of Ingram. Now it's played around to the far side of Larocque with it. At the blue line, throws it down the wall. Avs looming around the perimeter. It's thrown down below the goal line. Now out of the corner. Shrierev looking for a pass. Holding, swinging around, firing a shot. Ingham the save. Rebound comes out in front of him. It's into the near side corner. Penalty coming to the Kings. The Avalanche still with control of the puck. Miner to the bench. They'll get a sixth man on. Larocque moves it into the middle. A quick shooting attempt. Kings still unable to touch it. It's held on to by McLeod. McLeod at the blue line. It's worked down the wall here. Kings might finally know. Larocque able to keep control of it. McLeod with it out in front. It's deflected and moves itself into the corner. Kupari trying to get a stick on it. Bjornfoot in there as well. And it'll be touched up by Fagemo finally. So the Kings will play the majority of the remainder of this game on the penalty kill.
Yeah, going to go cross check and going to give you a guess. Who's going to the box there, Cameron?
Well, Austin Strand's been a physical guy tonight, and with a big grin on his face, you know, it's not too much of a pressure situation for him. I don't think he's going to regret this one, maybe.
No, I think, sometimes when you get in situations like this, a player like that has been around, again, it's a message, because you're going to play against some of these young kids next year or the year after, and you just want to let them know that you're not going to stand for anything. You're looking for your time and space, and the more time and space you can buy yourself, the more success you have on the ice.
The Colorado Eagles and an opponent that the Ontario Reign will see 8 times next season. Plenty of these players like Shane Powers, Connor Timmins, who's out of the lineup here today. Logan O'Connor is as well. Sasha Larocque, Josh Dickinson. There's many players in this roster that will be a Pacific Division rival of the Kings AHL club. Here's Anderson Dolan and his backhand. A nice move, but unable to get the puck on goal. It's back behind the net. Kings shorthanded here, and we're down to 2 minutes to go in regulation time. Bowen Byram, swing out of his own slot here. Makes his way over the blue line, drops the puck back behind him. Henry now will play one-touch passing off the wall. The puck thrown around the end wall. Berzin controlling and trying to move it back to Byram, but the Kings steal a shorthanded bid. Dudas with Thomas. Dudas holds across. Thomas is stoned by Miner. He keeps him right out to the far side corner, able to get it with probably the blocker, maybe a bit of the pad.
Again, it looked like a little bit of a delay there by Akil Thomas. Instead of pulling the trigger right away, maybe the puck got tipped on its way through and slowed down, but those are the ones that you got to get the puck up and got to get it off your stick quick.
Bowers' a shot. Kings able to get the clear after the Ingham save, and now just over a minute to go in regulation.
Well, you look at special teams in games. They're always a big factor in the game. The Kings have excelled on both today. The penalty kill coming onto this power play. They are 6 of 6, and the power play is 2 of 3.
Rimsha a bit shaken up as he goes to the bench down below us. Davis with the puck over to the near side of the ice. The Kings steal shorthanded. Anderson moves it in deep. Davis back to grab it. As we mentioned, the Kings will have the day off from games tomorrow. They'll practice at Toyota Sports Center in El Segundo. And they'll have some confidence, which I'm sure immediately the Ontario Reign coaching staff, which coaches the Kings rookies today, will disintegrate by showing them maybe some film of always areas of improvement.
Yeah, there's always ways to improve, whether you go out and you beat a team by a lot of goals or you lose the hockey game. You always look to improve, and that'll be the focus tomorrow. I'm sure they'll probably do a little bit of special team work, something that they haven't been able to work on so far at training camp, even though the special teams have been perfect, or not perfect, but real solid here this afternoon.
Well, the third power play try the Kings had, a goal got waved off, so we'll say they were 2.5 for 3 on the power play here today.
The penalty kill should be 7 for 7 with only 2 seconds left in the face-off, being all the way down into the Avalanche zone.
Yeah, safe bet. Lizotte steps in and the face-off gets the win. And out of the box comes Strand. 5-on-5, 15 seconds remaining in the game. Sodergren, one more bid. He goes in 1-on-3 here into the offensive zone. Looks for reinforcements, gives to Dursey. Tap pass to himself. He gets hit hard, but gets it back to Phillips. Phillips, long shot, misses wide. Out of the corner and into the near side, but it doesn't matter. The game is over. A 6-1 final. Los Angeles rallies back after their loss to Anaheim last night and takes the Avalanche rookies down in game number 2.
Yeah, definitely a lot of positives here this afternoon. A different type of team that they played against in the Avalanche as opposed to the Anaheim Duck team last night. That team was an experienced team. This was a younger team here, but credit the Kings. They did a lot of good things. Defensively, they stood up on the line. Ingham come up with some big saves in the net. Specialty team took advantage of the opportunities they had on the power play. Penalty kill was aggressive, and I just thought they moved up and down the ice a lot more in sync than they did yesterday.
Most likely on Tuesday, we'll probably get a look at Lucas Perique, the Kings' third rounder this past draft, as the final netminder we'll see in this tournament. The Kings take on the San Jose Rookies. Looking forward to it after a nice day of practice tomorrow, Tuesday at 1 p.m. if you're able to swing down.
Yeah, definitely. And, again, now that you've played a couple of games, and probably two different type of games, we'll see what that third game brings with a little bit of a rest and, again, a chance to be able to work on things in practice. But you can see that the players are feeling more comfortable. The aggressiveness is coming back into the game, and they're getting them ready to get themselves set for the main camp. Will start just a couple of days after Tuesday's game.
Los Angeles with a decisive 6-1 victory over Colorado. We'll talk to you on Tuesday at 1 p.m. from 5 Point Arena in Irvine. For Darrell Evans, I'm Cameron Close. See you on Tuesday.